Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the September 8, 2023 meeting of the Delhi Township Board of Trustees. A special hour today at 3 p.m. on this Friday. This will take the place of the meeting next 12th, is it?
13th, sir.
13th of September, so very good. We'll have the opening of the meeting, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have a moment of silence. Moment of silence as I was coming up and sitting in that traffic from the schools, and a reminder to everyone, school's back in session. So our moment of silence is just keep the kids safe. Let them learn the great things in life and learn what objective truth is in the world and how there really are great, great things in the world for them to go and embrace and help eliminate any confusion they might be going through in their own worlds and just bring peace to their families and just keep them always safe. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Approve of the bills, please. Mr. Luby?
We have a motion to approve bills for payment.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion approved. Report from the fiscal officer. Continue, Mr. Luby.
As far as significant transactions since our last meeting, we did receive a deposit for $43,000 on September 6th for cable franchise fees. That's all I have.
Fantastic. Trustee correspondence, Trustee Sturts.
I have nothing at this time. Thank you.
Trustee Seavey.
I would just like to extend my congratulations and thanks to Kaylee Vickers with the Police Department for working with the We Thrive Committee, putting on a wonderful seminar for first responders on actually strangulation, how to see it, how to report it. It was greatly attended, and I know Kaylee put a lot of extra work into that, and it was really a worthwhile conference. Thanks, Kaylee. Great job.
Very good. Report from our fire department, please. Chief Campbell.
Thank you. So you start with the resolution.
Resolution 2023-134, resolution updating and amending Article 21, Wages of the Delhi Firefighters Association, declaring an emergency and dispensing with a second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Discussion, please, on this resolution.
Yes, trustees, as we've spoken many a times about this needed to happen in the sense that this is what we did not have that we now have. Getting our wages in the wheelhouse where Delhi can be competitive for these part-time firefighters we've been recruiting. So once we have them in, to keep them and retain them and train them, this is the key that we needed, and appreciate your support in making this happen. This only involves the wages, no other aspects of the contract.
Thank you so much. Any questions, Trustee Sturts?
No, thank
Trustee
you.
Seavey?
Not a one.
Okay. No other discussion, please?
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes. Resolution passes.
And we have a motion to accept the FEMA Grants Outcome Award of $17,613.33 with a 5% local match.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved. Chief, that grant?
Yes, so this will actually go towards a fire extinguisher training simulator. So the ability to go out to our businesses, our facilities, our employees, anybody that needs extinguisher training. They'll have a gas-powered fire unit and then be able to practice with recyclable extinguishers and things like that. Things that we can't do hands-on right now because of the costs associated with it. So this grant will cover all that. Delhi is in for $800 of this grant. So we get $17,000, we spend $8,000. It's worked out very well, and thank Chief Helms for applying for this grant.
Nice.
Thank you, John.
I have to tell him.
Very good. We'll take that deal any day.
Money, money, money.
Very good. Any other department updates, Chief?
Yes, so I'd like to just bring the board up to speed. I know we've been in communication about the needs of apparatus, and particularly as it relates to our replacement. The reason being is certainly I want the board's blessing and understanding that because of the lead time to replace equipment now, we're talking an ambulance is over a year, and an engine is, I think we're up to 34 months from the time you order it. Therefore, with the timing and the need that I have with Engine 30, currently that unit is running well over $9 a mile in maintenance and operating costs. It is over 20 years old. It's time to replace it. However, even if I place the order in November, it will not arrive here until 2026. So it's important that I share with the board our need, and certainly we want to work on putting a committee together to place an order later in the year. Again, as this has been previous the case, the money does not get spent until the year we receive it. So this would be a purchase that we would look for in 2026. Likewise, reserve ambulance, we have one more opportunity as a township to replace an ambulance by rechassing it, taking the old box and putting it on a new chassis, rather than buying a whole brand new ambulance. New ambulance right now is about $375. So for a much reduced cost, we keep the ambulance box and we put it on a new chassis. But again, to order that, even if we order it at the beginning of the year, it's still a year out. So this would be a cost I would be looking for in 2025 for an ambulance remount. Both critical needs, both have higher mileage and maintenance costs. It's just their age. It's starting to show the wear and tear. And certainly, I just wanted the board not to be caught off guard that we're working to get those replaced. But because of how far they're out, when it comes time to order, the money wouldn't get spent until 25 and 26, respectively.
Very good. Thank you. Any questions?
I do have a question. Doug, not that I'm looking for an opportunity to spend money, because I'm not, but if we use the same box, is it up to date on the internal equipment of the box? Is it, or are we going to have an outdated interior to the box on a new chassis?
No, that's the wonderful thing about the, and it's a state bid process through Horton. That's the manufacturer. What's nice is with the remount, we have the options for new upholstery, changing cabinetry. There are things that you can do to bring it up, but if the
Update the
lighting doesn't need to be
interior.
changed, we don't change the lighting. It's primarily that chassis, the wear and tear on the old unit. But they will, for instance, the standard has now changed for ambulances. So one example that we can't get out of to bring that box up to code, the Triple K standard for ambulances require 5-point restraint for any attendants in the back. We don't have that in any of our ambulances, but that's the new standard, and that would have to be brought up to that. So an issue like that, yes.
So they'll take care of
It'll be
doing that.
improved
Okay,
safety, and
all
that's
right.
part of it, yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Doug,
you.
is this going to come out of our ambulance fund?
No,
Or
what
does
I
it
would
be a
be
TIF?
requesting these both be TIF expenses. I did hold off on any TIF expenses, and I am taking on any of the additional staff replacements that we would have accounted for, as opposed to doing any of these, any of those smaller units out of the TIF. So those would be the two. And yeah, for the ambulance, as opposed to the 350, that is a 175 to 185 cost in terms of replacement.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Chief. Police, Parks and Rec, please. Any department update today? They are busy working.
Busy working. Randy's actually out starting at 1 o'clock today. The only major updates I will say is the domestic ducks have been removed by a qualified group last week. Those, they have a safe home, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. The only other big issue is the fountain pump. As we all know, it's been down. Randy did send me some two options on quotes for that. One is approximately $4,000 to repair the existing pump. It's approximately 20 years old. The full replacement would be about $12,000. That does include the ancillary, hoses and nozzles asked a question about warranty, of repair versus new. I didn't see that information, but, we're gonna make a decision, and a recommendation to the board based on those two quotes. So that'll be coming up by the end of the month.
I would hope that on something like that, which truly is your standout as you pull into the park off of Foley, that it should be beautiful, gorgeous. I think the one we have now is nice, but it's, my goodness, I mean, for that,
20 years old.
it's old, yeah, archaic, and you could something just, it's so aesthetically pleasing when you see it and the water's up, or even something that has color at night and just flowing. I think it'd be awesome.
I believe the new one has is it called a tiara nozzle?
There's different nozzles you can buy.
Yep.
One of them is a tiara nozzle, which would do kind of the crown line. And then it would also upgrade the lighting to LED lighting. Presently, the bulbs that we have in there now are not even available anymore.
Doesn't sound like we have a choice on this.
Yeah,
Yeah, a new one.
yeah.
So
That would be
something like
nice.
Bellagio, right? Is that what something like that?
Yeah.
Dancing waters.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the Sinatra tracks that you use should be very specialized. Yeah, so that would be great. And then, I mean, because you imagine the waterfall, and then once we put the reception hall right there on the lake, that'd be great. All right.
Well,
We're starting rumors.
I received the quotes last night, haven't had a chance to look through them all, but it sounds like we're leaning towards just replacing.
Okay, good. Sooner the better. Okay.
Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank.
Fountain replacement would be a year, probably.
Yeah.
We can order, if we order this year, we'll get this year's pricing, but the product won't come in until probably April or May of next year.
Oh, okay, so that's not too,
And the water will be okay
Yeah.
without a fountain? Okay.
we don't need to have the movement. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Thank you. Police department, please. Who's this guy coming
I
up?
don't know.
Who's
You
this
got in
guy?
town.
He's a
Chief
new
Braun.
new
New
chief.
kid in town.
I don't want to
There
hear
you
it.
go.
There's a new kid. So, Chief
Oh, isn't that good?
Jeff Braun, new chief of Delhi Township's finest police department.
Welcome.
Second to none.
Thank you.
How's it going your first week as chief?
You know, it's been a great week. We got a lot accomplished.
Are you coming back next week?
Actually, I'll be on vacation next week.
Are you serious? Oh my God. No wonder it's a great week this week. Melanie,
here.
we have to screen these chiefs a little better. Well, good. I hear good things, and I know you met with your team earlier in the week, so hopefully that's going in full steam ahead. God bless that. And what do you got for us tonight?
I got the winning lottery numbers. Will that help?
Oh, good. That would be great.
Yeah. No, but like you said, it's been a great week. It's yeah. I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to everything that it brings.
Good.
So I think we got a resolution.
All right, we have Resolution 2023-135, resolution entering into 2 collective bargaining agreements with the Delhi Police Association members within the bargaining units, declaring an emergency and dispensing with second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Discussion on this resolution, Chief.
So this is obviously a contract with our employees, the supervisors, as well as the patrol officers. This is a 3-year agreement. They actually came to us with some suggestions on how we can better things, and obviously we work with you all. I couldn't be more excited that it was probably a record time as far as, negotiations. I think we talked to them probably 30 minutes, and they took it back to their troops. They approved it, and the troops are excited and very appreciative. And hopefully this is going to lead us to assisting with recruitment, retention, all the things that obviously we talked about when we met one-on-one to help us with getting obviously good ambassadors for the police department and continue to keep the ones we have. So I really appreciate you for, your help on this matter,
And no legal fees.
and no legal fees.
Even better.
Love it.
Trustee Seavey, anything?
No, I'm good with this.
I think that's exactly it, the word that you use. These are ambassadors. These aren't just workers for the township. These are people that represent, and they do that every day. And especially the police, they're out there every day. They're in their cruisers. They're out. People see them, like it or not. But you do. You represent the honesty, integrity, and loyalty, which, did I have that right?
Good eyes.
Thank you. No, I can't read your patch, sorry.
That's what it is.
But that's what it's about, and getting the best that's out there. And we all know, we've talked about it how many times, of how competitive it is, finding the best fire personnel, the police personnel. You know, anyone can just come in and fill in, but no, someone who really represents and is committed to that and understands the pulse and the people of Delhi Township is awesome. So I know you have applauded your former chief many times. We have applauded him, and we're excited to see what you do in your future with your team. So thank you for that very much. Good.
I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, resolution passes.
We have a motion to accept the voluntary resignation of part-time police clerk Megan L. Winders, effective September 15th, 2023.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Moving on.
She's actually a senior at Mount St. Joe. Her school schedule is conflicting with being able to work evenings and weekends, and we wish her the best. She was a good employee for a couple years, and she's going to move on once she graduates. I think she's looking to get a federal job, so.
Awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great education, that's
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Megan.
Thank you.
We have a motion to approve the hiring of Michaela La Calamedo as a part-time clerk at a rate of $15 per hour, contingent upon the successful completion of a background check, drug test, and voice stress analysis, effective on September 8th, 2023.
So moved.
Second?
We cannot hire someone if you can't say their last name. I love it.
She did a great job on that.
I love it.
Stuttered a little bit, but
La Calameto.
La Calamedo.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved. Public Works, please. You got anything else, Chief?
Just a couple of quick things. Obviously, I mentioned to you guys this week about the K-9 started this week. So he completed his 14
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
of training. So Stryker is just a fabulous dog. And as soon as I get some good pictures of him with Officer Summers, I'll get some stuff out on social media so everybody can see him. We did participate in the Harvest Home Parade last night. I thought might have been in Delhi because everybody was cheering for us.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing. And then we want to do a Citizens Police Academy starting on October 5th. We're looking to get some people to apply. If anybody wants to apply or has any questions, have them call the police station, and we'll get them fixed up. Thank you.
So
Good.
when is Stryker available for visits? Is it day shift or?
He works 3 to midnight.
3 to
So,
midnight.
but we'll bring him in as far as we can swear him in as well. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We want him to get more acclimated with citizens and not just through training. So we want him to get
That
more
would be
acclimated
great.
before he.
Make sure he brings his paw.
That's correct.
Put his best paw forward.
Thank you.
Come on, that's funny, folks. Those of you watching at home, Delhi has a new canine, a new dog, Stryker. You'll hear more about that as we go here, and Stryker gets kind of acclimated. And what a great tool that is with our police division. And again, securing this township, securing the borders that surround us, and again, not to toot our own horns, but there's been a couple things the last few days that you guys were right on it, and that is wonderful. And I'm trying to think of the most recent one within the last 24 to 48. That Delhi pretty much slammed that one fast. I know an incident with the school, which was great.
Our investigators do such a great job. I mean, they a lot of the time, most of the time behind the scenes, but they get something, they chase it. I mean, it's almost like a canine themselves. They get a lead, they chase it down and close it up before anybody even knows it's happening. So
Absolutely. Lieutenant Macaluso and that whole group, that division, we could not thank them enough for the job that they do.
they
You
just,
know.
do a
Yeah.
great job.
Chief Braun, Stryker came from Matt Haverkamp, did he not?
That's correct.
I think the residents would like to understand that Stryker is a donated canine.
So the Matt Haverkamp Foundation was founded when Matt Haverkamp was killed in a car crash, and he was a canine officer for Gulf Manor at the time. And so his family wanted to continue with his memory and raise funds to buy police canines for police departments. So those dogs run anywhere between $9,000 and $10,000, untrained, and then they have to go for 14 to 16 weeks of training. So obviously they're a blessing to police departments everywhere. And I want to say I think our dog was the 99th one
I was
that
going to
was
say, I
purchased.
thought it was way
Yeah,
up
I-
there.
Yeah, so they purchased a lot of
That's
police
awesome.
dogs, so it's awesome.
But that's such a wonderful organization and foundation that they raise funds to provide canine dogs to jurisdictions, and it's just it's a wonderful salute to the life of their son.
And I will tell you, in meeting with the Haverkamps, is that they're just such wonderful people, and they're so generous. I mean, they spend countless hours doing fundraising, and and they just their goal is they love the dogs, they love the police officers, so it's really very cool.
Nice thing. With Stryker, Ember, and you're saying our investigators are like hound dogs. Sounds like we're going to the dogs, dare I say. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. It's Friday. Never change a meeting till Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. That's all the news worth printing there.
Yeah.
Public Works, please. They are busy out working.
They're out too.
God bless them.
Ron and John are actually off today at the same time. They try very hard not to make that happen, but they had a one-day overlap in their schedule. So I think that might happen twice a year at most. So
Ron,
I'm putting that hat on today, too.
Okay.
So
We have Resolution 2023-136, resolution authorizing the Township Administrator to enter into a contract with TEC for architectural services for Delhi Township to upgrade the intersections at Delhi Avenue and Delhi Town Square, and Delhi Avenue and Clemmy Drive, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Discussion on this resolution, Mr. Miller.
Yes, sir. The township was awarded a $3.4 million grant from ODOT. As part of that project, the goal is to do streetscape or traffic improvements along Delhi Pike, including Clemmy. So essentially in the area within the vicinity of DTS. So we are at the stage of the project where we need to select an engineer. This was we solicited RFQs. The only engineering firm to come back was TEC, but we've done a lot of work with TEC. We're very confident to move forward with their proposal.
That's awesome. $3.4 million grant. Those watching from home, those on social media that are worried about the traffic on the Pike, that's a concern we all have, and that's what this is all about, making sure that we can keep things flowing well and safely on the Pike, and that's what this planning is about. So this is a great, great thing, so we are thrilled. Any other discussion on this?
That funding from the state will be available fiscal year 2026.
Thank you.
So a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay. I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, resolution passes. Thank you. Moving on, please. Administration.
We have Resolution 2023-137, a resolution entering into an employment agreement with John Estelle as temporary structured cabling specialist, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution.
Discussion on this resolution?
Structured cabling is essentially low voltage cabling. Think data cabling. We have a lot of that work ahead of us at DTS, and some of our other sites, facilities need some upgrades as well. John is retiring from another township. He has 35 plus years of cabling expertise, and comes highly recommended. We have an opportunity to utilize his skills for a short period of time to get these projects done, which is going to save the township at least a six-figure amount on some of our projects. So going in-house is certainly the right way to go versus contracting this out.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
No. I move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, resolution passes. Administrators report. Mr. Miller, anything further?
Just very briefly, I'm not going to do a DTS update today. No picture slideshow. My new partner in crime, Joy, and I, we're working on lots of tours, hard hat tours out at DTS. You know, we're finally at a stage in the building where we can really start showing it off and promoting it. We had representatives from Seton out here this week. We have representatives from Elder coming out next week. Was it this Tuesday we had Dries? Yeah, Dries Holmes was out here. Numerous organizations are interested in coming out on September 28th. She'll probably go into more detail about this, but that is the big hard hat tour event that we're trying to get is as many different community stakeholders and prospective developers out to the site as possible. I'm hoping all of you can make it. We're probably going to have 3 or 4 different groups that'll be touring in, at different kind of different stations. So it'd be great if we had an elected official that could be, the color commentary, if you will, with each one of those groups. So, a lot of work is going into that right now with Joy and her team leading that up. So very excited. But other than that, the warming pool has been installed, not backfilled yet. It's not finished, but the actual pool walls are in. So very excited on that front. So looks like a building. Looks great.
Great. Thank you. All right, community development, please. Ms. Pearson, welcome, Joy.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, we have 12 resolutions for public nuisances, down from 26 at the beginning of the week, so people have gotten their properties into compliance. Do I need to read the number, or do you want me just to go through them? Tim?
Just read the address and generally what the nuisance is.
Okay.
High veg, junk, yeah.
Okay, thanks. The first one is at 465 Burhan, am I saying that properly? Burhan Drive, and this is for excessive vegetation.
That's good.
The next violation is at 1196 Cimarron Trail, and this is also for, this is for accumulated debris.
Yeah, just read it. You can read it as it is, Joy, if you would. Resolution declaring nuisance for at the address. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Okay, Resolution 2023-140, resolutions declaring a nuisance for accumulated debris at Cleves Warsaw Pike, and the parcel number is 540-0120-0697, declaring an emergency and dispensing with
We'll
the
get to
second
that
reading.
part. You just
Okay.
read the first. You're fine.
It's all new
We know
to us,
you've done
too.
this thousands of times. No.
This
Yeah.
process is new for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all went through that, trust me.
The one I just mentioned, I was asked where that was located. It is near Upper Road on Cleves Warsaw. Okay. Then we have a resolution for declaring a nuisance for excessive vegetation at 3940 Delhi Pike. Number 5, resolution for declaring a nuisance for excessive vegetation at 3944 Delhi Pike. And number 6 is a nuisance for excessive vegetation at 5196 Delhi Pike. Number 7, nuisance for excessive vegetation and accumulated debris at 417 Elm Street. Number 8 is a nuisance for accumulated debris at 456 Moorview Drive. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Sure.
Moorview, thank you. Number 9, excessive vegetation at 501 Overhill Lane. Number 10 is excessive vegetation at 5321 Plum Ridge Drive. Number 11 is excessive vegetation at 4324 Plover Lane.
These are abatements?
No, these are
all,
Oh,
Every word is saying abatement on your screen.
we're declaring a nuisance.
Okay.
So, yeah.
you have the B team today, so we played the
We have the A team today. What are you talking about? You're the A team.
a little training curve, that's all.
And number 12 of this list of resolutions is a nuisance for excessive vegetation at 5387 Romance Lane.
The 5196, can you refresh my memory on the Pike? Where is that? Right there, back
That is
there.
what's it called, an L-shaped weird-shaped parcel that is mostly vacant land in the back. I mean,
service road
it's a service
Behind
road, and
Frisch's.
it's right behind Dollar Tree and right next to Frisch's.
Okay, so on that one on the left, is Frisch's on the right? Is that the light right?
Would be.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
all right, so who owns that? Are these the ones that owns Party Hoppers?
No.
No.
It is owned by an LLC. I believe the individual's name is Plowman, the last name, the agent on the LLC. Coolman or Plowman, I can look it up and let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that lot. Yeah, very visible.
But they own part of the building too, or
No.
just that plot of
Own
land?
that
Vacant
strip of
lot.
land.
Just the, okay,
There's a small strip and then there's a big piece in the back.
In the back.
gotcha.
So the drive runs through the vacant lot. It's the strip on the left and on the right of the
Takes you over to a
drive.
car wash.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lovely. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
I introduce and move the adoption of resolutions 2023-138 through 2023-149.
I second the adoption of these resolutions.
any other discussion on the resolutions?
No. I move to dispense with the second reading of the aforementioned resolutions.
I second the motion to dispense the second reading of these resolutions.
All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second readings?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, resolution passes. I have nobody signed in to address the board today, so we will go to announcement of community events.
All right, and
We're going to let
I have
Skylar
those,
take
right?
care of those
Okay.
two. I don't.
All right, I'm gonna try and take this over. All right, we have free fishing on Fridays at Clearview Lake. It's catch and release, open to Delhi residents now through the end of September. Delhi Branch Library Customer Appreciation Day, this Saturday, September 9th, at 10 a.m. through 6 p.m. Our next concert in summer concert series, Delhi Parks and Recreation presents Deviate. This is in cooperation with Delhi Skyline Chili, St. Dominic Athletic Association, Seton High School, Dubers Carryout, Riverview Delhi Hills Kiwanis, James J. Luby CPA, Delhi Liquor, Kruger Law, Lori O'Brien, Sipsy Klein, Chandler's Burger Bistro, and Jake's Automotive. I almost couldn't read that. That is Thursday, September 14th at 7 p.m. at Delhi Park. Oak Hills Alumni and Educational Foundation's Highlander Food Truck Frenzy is Saturday, September 16th, 2023, starting at noon at the Oak Hills High School. On September 20th, between 5 and 7, we have a health fair at St. Dominic School. Do I need to read vendors? I don't know if I can read all that. All right. We have, let's see here, vendors include Anderson Ferry Dental, Athletico Physical Therapy, Bailey Senior Care, BC Charles, Mount St. Joe Exercise, CPR, Citizens on Patrol, Cincinnati Hearing Center, Delhi Fire Department, Delhi Police, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, Hamilton County Public Library, Delhi Hyde Park Pediatrics, Dr. Ashley O'Brien, Bossy, Knights of Columbus, the Great Parks, Visiting Angels, Westside Pediatrics, Western Wildlife Corridor, Yoga by Marietta, and more. See, and finally, we have a community craft night, September 29th at the Delhi Senior Community Center, starting at 6, going till 8 p.m. Reservations required. It's $45 per person.
Very good, thank you. I have nothing else. Trustee Sturts, Trustee Seavey, anything?
No.
Nope.
Mr. Luby?
With no further business brought before this board, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second?
Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mrs. Sturts?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes. Motion is approved. We will be back September 27th, our regular time at 6 p.m. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for watching from home. Have a great weekend. And obviously on Sunday, go Bengals, Hoo-Day.
Hootie.
And have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.